a story the other day about a young lady who was trying to refuse a man that came to marry her. And she said, me, I know they marry you. He wants to chop my money. So the sister in question now told this young lady, said, chop which money? How much do you have? How much is what you have compared to what you will have when you are settled as a wife of a person? He might not look like he has everything now, but when you settle down, things blossom. Married women here, isn't that what happens? It's very typical. I say it all the time. Before a man gets married, he doesn't amount to much. He doesn't look like he has much. But when he marries, there is a stability factor that comes into his life. And also, there is a mystery of God that goes to work. He multiplies what comes his way because God knows that man now has added responsibility. Now, let me tell you something. If I were to follow the way things looked, probably thinking logically and reasoning the way everybody generally reasons, I probably wouldn't say, yes, I'm going to marry my husband. But if I hadn't, today, would I not be regretting in one angle? Thank God. None of you here shall regret. None of you here shall regret any decision in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. You know, he says he had one trouser. Well, like I always say, I never knew it was only one trouser because he would wash the few shirts he had and it was always clean. No body odor, no smelling because of using dirty shirt 2 days. And come out sharp and neat. You don't size up a man by what he looks like today. You don't conclude on his tomorrow by what you see today. He might not be all that polished. He might not be all that oiborized and dengerized and, he might not be looking like, oh, tush. You know the way young ladies have a way to say, oh God, if you see that guy, oh Jare, if you see him, if you see his shoes, if you see his shirt and tie, I don't know, this guy, they won't come and meet me to ask me to marry them. Why now? Did you know how he was before he married? Did you see him before he married? You didn't. You never did. Because now he's married. His wife helps him. He carries a pink shirt and decides to wear a green tie. The wife will say, oh dear, this tie doesn't match this shirt. She will help him quickly pick a matching tie and say, why don't you use this one? Then you now see him on the road and say he's tush. He's a happening guy, but oh God, if you see him, Now, I must draw a dividing line here because there are many young ladies who run into the problem of always pouring themselves into men. The men empty them and then they take off. That is lack of wisdom. You don't look at a man today based on what he has or what he doesn't have. Because I know that this is one of the greatest limiting factors for many young ladies. Greatest limiting factors. Greatest limiting factor. I want somebody to know here today that every negative mentality and feedback you have had, every mindset that has prevented you from being established all these years, it is coming to an end now in the name of Jesus.